You know, occasionally you come to a place that you like so much that you don't want to put your camera away because there's always something to see. Well, for us, Tallinn was a place just like that. Welcome to the captivating Estonian capital of Tallinn. I'm John.
And I'm Lou of Independent Travel Reviews. We'll now show you our top 10 things to do which made us fall in love with this city.
So do not go away, sit back, relax and watch our guide to lovely Tallinn.
At the end of this video, we'll cover practicalities such as getting to and around Tallinn, where to stay, currency, and keeping in touch. We'll also talk towards the end in a bit more detail about the Tallinn Card. City cards don't always cover the cost of sites and attractions that you actually want to visit. However, the Tallinn Card is an exception for this itinerary, and we'll mention during the video where it applied.
Tallinn is the capital city of one of the smaller countries in the EU, Estonia. It's in northern Europe with a coastline on the Baltic Sea, about 80 kilometres south of Helsinki, separated from Finland by the Gulf of Finland. It's 280 kilometres north of Latvian capital Riga, and the Russian border is 170 kilometres to the east of Tallinn. Estonia is regarded as one of the most technically advanced countries in Europe, and was the birthplace of famous technology companies such as Skype, Bolt and Wise amongst others. It boasts the highest start-up rate per capita in the world. But don't be fooled, all of this is hidden behind a facade of friendly people, beautiful historic buildings and great eateries and bars.
So let's jump straight in now and start with one of Tallinn's best known sites, the Seaplane Harbour Estonian Maritime Museum. The Maritime Museum, which is part of an area known as Seaplane Harbour, is open every day during the summer and is about 2 kilometres from the old town. And it looks really empty, so that looks really exciting. It's €20 to get in, so that has made us decide that we will buy the Tallinn Card. So we have just bought a Tallinn Card, so we've got in using that. There's over 200 exhibits to see and explore, so we're going to go and find out what there is here.
We spent about an hour in there. We could have spent longer if we'd have had more time. We were there in the evening, so we arrived about 4:30, 5 o'clock, which was a really good choice because it was very quiet, and there's some quite hands-on exhibits which were quiet, so I would imagine during the day when there's more people there you'd have to queue. And we came out of there and we just saw an area on the map called Noblessner, which we walked to. It's about a 5-minute walk from the museum, and it's absolutely lovely. It's obviously reclaimed dock area where they've built lovely apartments. There's these igloo kind of hut things that they've created, which are a combination of hotels and wood-fired saunas, and then there's some great looking bars which we are about to try. So yeah, definitely if the weather's good and if you've got the time, this looks like a really good place to come before or after your visit to the museum. So we're at the Pohjala or Pohjala, we're not sure how you pronounce it, brewery and tap room. It's absolutely brilliant. They've got about 24 different beers. Most of them are brewed on the premises. You can do tours of the brewery on certain days of the week, and they do great looking food. Brilliant place to come, recommended to us by a local, and we can see why. So yeah, this should be part of your tour of Tallinn. So in the Telliskivvi area of Tallinn, which is a kind of up and coming young hipster area, not quite sure what we're doing here, but anyway, it's a really nice area, lots of great bars, places to eat, and the Fotografiska exhibition, which Lou is about to tell you all about.
So we found the Fotografiska Tallinn, and it's a beautiful art museum. We just went and saw the Peter Lindbergh exhibition. There's 2 different exhibitions on 2 different floors. They seem to change quite regularly. It's €14 to go in, and it's open 7 days a week. It is part of the Tallinn Card, and I found the exhibition absolutely amazing.
the Alexander Nevsky Cathedral is an Eastern Orthodox cathedral in central Tallinn, and it is a really stunning building, as you can see. It's open between Monday and Friday from 8 AM to 4 PM. You're not allowed to film or take photos inside. There is a fee to enter, but the outside is actually, as you can see, almost the most impressive part.
Toompea Castle is now the seat of the Estonian Parliament. Toompea Castle was erected on the foundations of the crumbling fortress built in the 14th century. The castle, with its late Baroque facade, was built between 1767 and 1773. Free excursions of the castle take place between Monday and Fridays, but you need to book ahead of time to make sure they are on.
St Mary's Cathedral was originally established by the Danes in the 13th century. It is the oldest church in Tallinn and Estonia. It is also the only building in Toompea which survived a 17th century fire. It's just a short walk along pretty streets from Toompea Castle and is free to enter.
So there are several viewing platforms on Toompea Hill. This is one. This is the Kochuotsa viewing platform. They're free, they're available 24 hours a day, and they all offer fantastic views of the old town. Okay, so we're approaching St Olafs Church, and we're going to climb up the tower, which apparently is 124 metres tall, and it takes 232 steps to the top, which apparently are very steep, so we'll let you know. It's €6 to climb the tower, but it's free with a Tallinn Card.
So we're at the top of St Olafs Church spire. At the viewing deck, there's about 250 or so steps to get here. It takes about 10 minutes of climbing, and it is absolutely brilliant. So amazing views, especially in good weather. Yeah, we would 100% recommend that you do this. So the Tallinn Town Hall Square is a marketplace and has been considered the centre of Tallinn since the Middle Ages. The Tallinn Town Hall is the oldest city hall in Northern Europe, and it's just celebrating its 700th anniversary. Now, it's not open to go inside or go out the tower until June, but the tower is open from June until August every day from 11 AM to 6 PM. It's free with a Tallinn Card, or €6 if you haven't got one. The tower is 64 metres high, and there are 115 steps to the top. It's a steep spiral staircase, so you just got to make sure that you're capable of doing that. Town guards used to keep watch in the tower for fires and other dangers. Next stop is Kadriorg Park and Palace, which is about a 10-minute tram ride outside of the old town. Now, Kadriorg Palace was founded by the Russian Tsar Peter I in 1718 in honour of his wife Catherine. This lovely Roman Baroque palace is surrounded by a garden of fountains and flower beds modelled on Versailles. It's open all year, 10 AM to 6 PM, except on a Monday. Entry to the museum costs €12, but it is included in the Tallinn Card. After you've been to the museum, we'd recommend walking towards the sea, and you will come across a memorial called the Rusalka Memorial. And behind that is a lovely little bit of beach, and if the weather's good, then it's a real gem of a spot to sit. There's a couple of nice places to eat, and it makes a really pleasant spot to spend 10 minutes or so just enjoying the sunshine.
So we are at the top of the Tallinn TV tower. This observation platform is 170 metres high. It took about half an hour to get here by bus from the central of Tallinn, and it costs 26.50 euros to get up here, but it is free with the Tallinn Card. And you get amazing views of all around. They are really good, but obviously at St. Olafs Church, you're right in the middle of it and you see things close up. This is more of a distance shot.
The tower was built as a TV relay tower for the 1980 Olympic Games, where Tallinn was used as a venue for the rowing. It was constructed over a 5-year period between 1975 and 1980.
The Botanical Gardens, also included in the Tallinn Card, are a 5-minute walk from the TV tower. They include large hothouses and extensive grounds which you can explore. If we weren't visiting the TV tower, then we're not sure we'd make the journey out here just for these gardens, but the two together make the journey worthwhile. You may even get to see some of the local wildlife too.
Balti Jaama market is a unique market in Estonia which includes nearly 300 traders on 3 floors. It's located close to the Telliskivvi area next to the main railway station where, by the way, the trains have individual names, and it makes a nice place to browse and eat or drink. We're going to talk about the practicalities now, which are
Where to stay, getting around, the currency, keeping in touch, and we're going to cover in a little bit more detail the Tallinn Card.
So how do you get around in Tallinn?
Well, the public transport system is really good. If you do have the Tallinn Card, then for the period that the Tallinn Card is valid, you get free public transport, which we used extensively. It's around about €2 per trip if you don't have the Tallinn Card, and you can use your credit card as a contactless card. There's also Bolt. We didn't use them, but Bolt, as obviously as it was founded in Tallinn, Bolt is available both in taxi form, but what we did use was the Bolt e-scooters, didn't we?
Yeah, they were brilliant, good fun. Yeah,
and they're easy to hire if you've got the Bolt app. You can hire more than one on one app. And there's a network of cycle and scooter paths which are easy to navigate, and it's a great fun way of getting around, obviously provided the weather's good. But actually Tallinn is relatively compact, as you've seen from our guide. 1 or 2 of the sites require transport out, but a lot of the stuff in the centre is within easy walking distance, isn't it?
yeah, it's good. In terms of currency, we tended to use our credit card everywhere. It was accepted everywhere, and the currency is the euro, isn't it?
Yeah, it is the euro, so that's nice and easy. The thing to watch out for is the dreaded direct currency conversion, or DCC, and that's where when you pay for something, either with an ATM or a credit card terminal, they will ask you if you want to pay in local currency or in your own currency, and the answer should almost always be in the local currency, because the chances are that the conversion rate you get with DCC will be significantly worse than you're likely to experience from your own credit card or debit card.
You have been warned.
Okay.
So how did we keep in touch?
Well, it's pretty straightforward. Because it's part of the EU, a lot of people's roaming will be included if they visit a country like Estonia. If not, then I used an eSIM called the Global Yo. It was really good value. It's a world eSIM that I used, and it was around about $8 for, I think it was 5 gigabytes. It's a pretty much of a bargain actually. So that's a good recommendation. Worked very well for me.
And moving on to the Tallinn Card.
We managed to do all the activities in this video on a 24-hour Tallinn Card. And although it was a full-on 24 hours, we didn't feel especially rushed. Just after we left Tallinn, we still had the app installed, and they notified us of a 15% sale the following weekend to celebrate some event or other. It's not clear how often that happens, but it might be worth installing the app well before your trip so you can buy it when a sale is on. So we visited Tallinn as part of a 2-week trip that started in Poland and went all the way to Helsinki.
It was a fantastic trip, and there is a separate video about the trip which is well worth watching.
And the whole trip was brilliant and we loved all the places we went to, we really did. But for both of us, our favourite place by far was Tallinn.
It was. It's got a lovely feel to it, fantastic sights to see, really interesting. The only thing about Tallinn is it's not the easiest place in the world to get to. Obviously it does have an international airport and there's a reasonable selection of international flights, but there's like 1 or 2 flights a day from each of the major European countries. So you do have to make a bit of an effort if you want to fly there. Alternatives are, as you will see from our video, you can get there by boat from Helsinki, or you can get there by comfortable coach from Riga.
So now John has finally finished speaking. That is the end of this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like it if you did, subscribe please to our channel, and we'll see you next time.